Hi, I'm Adam Burton, and this is the Daily Devo. Today is Tuesday, October 26, 2021. This week's Bible memory verses are Psalms 62, verses 5 through 8. For God alone, O my soul, wait in silence, for my hope is from Him. He only is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be shaken. On God rests my salvation and my glory. My mighty rock, my refuge is God. Trust in Him at all times, O people. Pour out your heart before Him. God is a refuge for us. Psalms 62, verses 5 through 8. Did you know that on this day in 1825, the Erie Canal opens for ships? Construction of the 363-mile-long canal began in 1817. The canal, which connects Lake Erie in Buffalo, New York, to the Hudson River in Albany, New York, was used to ship goods in a time when it was cheaper and more effective to transport them through the waterways. Since the 1990s, the canal has been primarily used for recreational purposes. On this day in 1863, the Football Association is formed. The world's oldest governing football body was created at the Freemasons Tavern in London. The foundation was instrumental in creating and formalizing rules of the game. Before this, every area and organization played football or soccer and made their own rules. On this day in 1947, the Maharaji of Jammu and Kashmir joins India. Hari Singh, the last ruler of the princely state, signed the Instrument of Accession to join the Dominion of India in return for protection from the Indian military. On this day in 1984, the first infant receives an organ from another species. Born on October 14, 1984, with a rare congenital heart defect, baby Faye received a heart from a baboon. The surgery was performed by Dr. Leonard L. Bailey at Loma Linda University Medical Center in California. While the operation was successful, baby Faye's body rejected the heart, and she died a few weeks later. And on this day, in 2001, the Patriot Act comes into effect in the U.S., signed into law by President George W. Bush as a result of the September 11, 2001 attacks. The act is formally known as Uniting and Strengthening America by providing appropriate tools required to intercept and obstruct terrorism act of 2001. The act gave security agencies more power to deal with terrorists and terrorist activities and made it easier for them to monitor and investigate people suspected of aiding and abetting acts of terrorism. It has been criticized for its detrimental effect on civil liberties. And now you know what happened on this day in history. Think about these Bible verses throughout the day from Galatians chapter 5. For freedom, Christ has set us free. Stand firm, therefore, and do not submit again to a yoke of slavery. You are severed from Christ, you who would be justified by the law. You have fallen away from grace. For through the Spirit, by faith, we ourselves eagerly await for the hope of righteousness. For in Christ Jesus, neither circumcision nor uncircumcision counts for anything, but only faith working through love. Thanks for listening to the Daily Devo. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.